With the release of the Ahsoka series following in the footsteps of the legacy left by the Clone Wars Season 7 Siege of Mandalore arc, we got a whole new look into Anakin's perspective on the events of his downfall. With this new look, I'm going to dive into how the Clone Wars Season 7 gave us some incredibly important new context to Anakin's joy in Revenge of the Sith, and how he may not have actually fallen to the dark side if things had gone just slightly differently. So before we dive deep into it, remember to subscribe to the channel to be notified as soon as I release more incredible Star Wars content. At the moment, only 3.6% of you who are watching this video are subscribed to the channel, so if you do enjoy the content, let's try to get that number up just a little bit higher. At the beginning of Revenge of the Sith, Anakin was clearly acting in a very light-hearted way, even cracking jokes in the middle of the Battle of Coruscant. He was cool-headed and thoughtful in his actions, at least mostly, and he was able to use his calmness and resolve to rescue Chancellor Palpatine after killing Count Dooku. He is able to crack jokes and poke fun at his master Obi-Wan just like he did throughout the Clone Wars. Anakin's behaviour, of course, slowly descends into darkness as the film went on, and the seduction of Darth Sidious grew stronger, but it's clear that Anakin was in a renewed, fresh state of mind. So why was he in this mindset? Well, the Clone Wars Season 7 Episode 12 gave us a new insight into the events that took place immediately before Revenge of the Sith. Anakin came off a remarkable victory at the Battle of Yavana, where he single-handedly killed the Separatist droid commander and was able to assist Obi-Wan's 212th and his own 501st to defeat the Separatist army on the planet. Although he did commit a war crime to do this, but hey, Obi-Wan did the same on Christophsis in the Clone Wars movie from 2008, so I think it's all even. Following this incredible military success, he gets the shocking news that his Padawan is returning in order to help Bo-Katan and the people of Mandalore to free themselves from the rule of former Sith Lord Darth Maul. Anakin is overjoyed to hear the news of Ahsoka's return and is extremely eager to meet her once again. They eventually do meet up on the Republic cruiser, where Anakin hands Ahsoka her old lightsabers. When he reveals Ahsoka's lightsabers to her, we discover that he has shifted the color of the blades from a deep green to a more traditional blue color, showing how much he cared about Ahsoka and how she was always on his mind even after her exile. His reunion with Ahsoka is unfortunately cut short, but for a very good reason. The capital of the Republic, Coruscant, is now under attack, and the Chancellor's life is in grave danger. Obi-Wan devises a rescue plan to save the Chancellor from General Grievous, beginning the rescue mission. Now, this is where we cut straight back into Revenge of the Sith. Anakin is entering the Battle of Coruscant, having just reunited with Ahsoka after so long apart, and fully believes that she will return to his side after the Chancellor has been rescued and Maul has been captured. Unfortunately, we know things did not go as planned, making Anakin's meeting with Ahsoka on the Republic cruiser their final ever, until their duel in Star Wars Rebels, of course. This is the primary reason that Anakin is able to joke around and enjoy himself during the rescue mission for Chancellor Palpatine, because he fully believes that his life will return to normal very shortly after. Following that, however, there are some more things that also further Anakin's good mood after arriving at the Battle of Coruscant. The mission to rescue the Chancellor is going incredibly well until Kenobi's fighter is attacked by buzz droids, leaving it in severe danger. Anakin, being the incredibly skilled pilot that he is, was able to save Kenobi from certain death, allowing him to board the Invisible Hand and begin the extraction operation, and there's another boost for Anakin's morale. Things just keep going right. Following this, Obi-Wan is knocked unconscious during the rescue attempt on the Chancellor, leaving Anakin to kill Count Dooku and save the Chancellor, carrying Obi-Wan on his shoulder. Anakin deservedly gets incredible praise for his actions, and is rightfully considered the war hero of the Republic. And after all of this success on this day, he gets the most heartwarming and joyful news yet. Padme is pregnant with his child. Although he was initially shocked, Anakin was ecstatic to learn that Padme was pregnant, stating that it would be the happiest moment of his life. To put this into more context, after a huge string of successes on the battlefield, he gets the news that his exiled apprentice and close friend is potentially making a return, on top of the news that he is going to become a father. The day of the Battle of Coruscant and the rescue of Chancellor Palpatine really was the happiest day of Anakin's life. After all the wrongs that the Jedi committed against him during the Clone Wars, he finally thought things were about to improve. His apprentice was about to return and his family was about to begin. It's incredibly sad to know that things did not continue going in that direction. So that is the heartbreaking reason behind Anakin's happiness in Revenge of the Sith. He really did believe that Ahsoka was going to return to his side and that his life was going to return to normal. So be sure to subscribe to the channel to be notified as soon as I release more awesome Star Wars content. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, join the Discord in the pinned comment and description down below, and I'll see you in the next video. If you made it this far, drop a thank Mr. Anakin in the comments down below.